You've been divorced. This year will make 6 years
Man,
that you've
time
been
flies.
divorced. So 2.5 minus 6 is 3.5. Then there was a year that you didn't date. So that takes us down to 2.5. So in 2.5 years, you had time to be in a situationship for 2.5 months, and then however long you were with that one lady. So that's like another 6 months.
That was 6 months, almost
Six
six
months
months
there.
exactly.
You got around in them little 2 years, didn't you?
I did. That's the thing.
Oh
I
my
did.
goodness.
But in that getting around, I learned some valuable lessons. Lesson number one, and this is to the fellas. I'm going to speak primarily to the men here, but it could apply to anybody. When you come out of a relationship, especially one that lasted that long, there should be a cooling off period. And I'm not saying just 6 months or a year. I think you should take a whole 3 to 4 years off the market completely. Build yourself up, get value in your life. That'll help you determine what you will and won't put up with. And because I didn't necessarily understand my value at the time, I put up with a lot of stuff that I just should not have put up with, only because I was seeking validation. I still wanted to know I got it. So I wasn't really looking at people for who they were. I was looking at maybe what they offered, and that was it. And that is a bad thing to do. That's a bad way to approach putting yourself out there, because you're not building yourself up higher in life as you go by doing that. So I had to learn the hard way.
So Peter asks, do we think that it's a bad idea to talk about our exes? No.
No, I don't think that it's a bad idea personally. Uh,
I find it funny to learn about them here.
I think that there's lessons that could be learned when you share past relationships. Like, yes, it was in the past, but it could also help you understand a person's, psyche. If you can, like, if I were to hear something over and over again that was a recurring theme, I might be asking myself, "Am I next?"
That's a
So
good point. Yeah.
so I think it is important to understand how things ended, especially when you're seasoned in age. In your 20s, I this advice doesn't apply in my opinion.
Okay.
Now, anything that we miss before we sign off?
Look, the Temptation said it best. Beauty's only skin deep. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Beauty's only skin deep. Oh, yeah.